now return to the Transformers.
Fuck!
Episode 96, The Rebirth Part 1. Which is ironic because this is the death of the series.
It was perfect, but no, you just had to blow it up. You and your pride and your ego. You just had to be the man.
So Galvatron invades Autobot City, and then Cybertron, with a plan to destroy the Autobots forever. And this is something new. To be fair, Galvatron did say he'd call the war off only for a day. So Season 4 is a 3-episode season, and I really do think the Rebirth is the definitive example of milking it.
It's like, the cow is dead. Why are you still trying to milk its nipples? Okay, look, I know that's not what they're actually called, but still.
So David Wise has stated that he was contacted by Sunbow Productions to write up a 5-part series finale, but he was told he had to introduce brand new characters for the upcoming Transformers toy line. Both the Headmasters and the Target Masters.
Two Transformers out of one. The vehicle transforms, so does that gun. Target Master Transformers.
I think I just died inside.
So in total, the Rebirth introduces to 46 brand new characters. That's a lot! Regardless, David Wise finished the script and outlined all 5 episodes, but due to budget cutbacks, it was now reduced to a 3-parter, which I can imagine was just a massive headache for the writers. So in total, there are 98 episodes of G1. And that annoys me.
Like, really guys? You were 2 episodes off from 100? Now I like the number 98, but I also love round numbers. You just had 2 more episodes. You could have made it 100.
Oh yeah, if you couldn't tell by that commercial, the Season 4 intro was basically just mashed up commercials. And you know what? It's actually kind of a smart idea. But unfortunately, we have 2 different animation styles in this intro, and they don't work together well at all. Plus, the intro looks nothing like the actual episodes. So the episode begins with the Autobots slagging off the Decepticons. Meanwhile, Ultra Magnus walks in a room where Optimus Prime is on his knees.
Fan art has just been created somewhere on Tumblr.
Optimus claims that he's been having visions since he opened the Matrix, and something big is coming. And conveniently, Goldbug informs Optimus of the approaching Decepticons, and Optimus realizes that whatever he's been sensing is starting right now. Prime is already proven to be absolutely useless in this episode. We get new Decepticons called Apeface, Snapdragon, and Mindwipe, who is my favourite by the way how he asserts his dominance to Lightspeed.
Your circuits are under my power, Lightspeed. You will back away. Back away. You feel powerless to resist.
If only the Autobots had Ozzy Osbourne on their team.
You will back away. Back away.
New Decepticon spies, Pounce, and Wingspan are infiltrating the Autobot base, and they are being tailed by Punch, who is an Autobot, but he can also disguise himself as a Decepticon named Counterpunch. And you'd think that this ability would only be able to work once, but whatever. So the Decepticons stole the Plasma Energy Chamber key from the vault. Meanwhile on Cybertron we have Blur, Daniel, and Hot Rod. Yes, he still exists. Along with brand new Autobots, Brainstorm, Highbrow, Crosshairs, Cerebros, and there's just a lot, okay? Anyway, the Decepticons attack, and we basically get a commercial for a brand new Decepticon 6-shot that has 6 modes.
5 up, 5 down. It's like shooting cyber ducks in a barrel.
No, that's it. Seriously.
That's his only scene throughout the entire 3-parter. So the Plasma Energy Chamber goes berserk and shoots the Autobots off into space, crash landing on another planet called Nebulos. And with Hardhead finally murdering Blur and evacuating the ship before it explodes, the Autobots encounter the Nebulons.
Look! Up ahead! Boy, are we glad to see you! What are you doing?
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
So the Nebulons capture them to see if they're part of a group called the Hive, an evil rival faction on the planet. The Decepticons attack, Daniel gets injured after saving RC, and some Autobots are captured. We get a quick history lesson of the Shrek people and their war with the machines. They name all of the characters, but honestly, and I'm not trying to sound mean here,
But I don't give a
Okay, so the Nebulons managed to stabilize Daniel's condition, but this means he'll have to be connected to life support permanently.
Quick, where's the wire? I'm kidding, Daniel's not that bad. Wow.
And the Nebulon leader, Shrek, explains that they know the weak points of the machines, but they just don't have the firepower. So Spike brings up Brainstorm's idea of organic partners that might just do the trick. And the Autobots just agree to allow the Nebulons to use their heads as suits? Except for Cerebros.
What about you, Cerebros?
No. What? I must stand by what I believe in.
Which is Autobot supremacy.
But we're helping these people in their fight.
Nope. This series has gone downhill. I'm done.
Okay. I guess that means he's out.
RC requests to be Daniel's headmaster, and Spike agrees. Where's Carly? The mother of the child? Does she agree to this? So what, like, his next of kin is an Autobot? So they all remove their heads and they're about to become headmasters. Now, the headmaster's concept is something I just don't care about. I've just never found it interesting. I've always found the idea kind of confusing, and I think my friend Lewis brings up a really good point here.
I've literally thought about it a million times. I do not want someone in my head. They would probably either go driven crazy because of the way I don't shut off my brain at all, or it's just the fact that I will never be able to actually just be myself. I'll be with someone in my head all the time, and it's annoying.
Episode 97, The Rebirth Part 2. The Autobot headmasters proved to be a smashing success. Sorry, I couldn't read that seriously. They were a smashing success in Japan. Anyway, the Decepticons soon find Nebulon partners of their own, the Hive. So the Nebulons pick which Autobots they want to partner up with, and I find this whole thing just underwhelming. You know, it would have been more interesting if they brought back characters such as Chip, or even Marissa Fairborn if they wanted to go ahead with this idea. I mean, Carly's not even in this episode. And all we get is the Shrek people, and we have no idea who these guys really are. We've not got any sort of attachment to them. You know, it probably wouldn't have been so bad if we got more episodes with these guys, but it's only 3 episodes. So why bring random characters in when we could just like bring back characters that have been a part of this series since the beginning? And we're focusing on these characters when we just got back Optimus Prime, who seems rather dazed and confused throughout the entire episode. Like, he's just come back from the dead, and he seems more of an older man than the hero that we used to know. The main highlight of this episode is really the Hive bonding with the Decepticons. I just find these headmasters way more entertaining.
Those Autobots are gonna be molten metal!
All right, knock it off. And what of my weapon?
It's me, I'm Fracas! And if you think Blowpipe was bad, I'm worse!
And you're louder.
They're basically just little gremlins.
Me, a top Hive scientist paired with a mangy night scavenger like you.
I'm to be bonded to that creature? This project was a bad investment.
So Optimus enters Vector Sigma to talk to Alpha Trion, and this dude is basically everywhere whenever Optimus Prime needs help. Why did we bring back Prime? We should have just brought back Alpha Trion instead. So Alpha explains that the key is on Nebulos and that Vector Sigma arranged for Galvatron to learn of it, and all of this is being done to bring a second golden age of Cybertron, which is all for the merging of humans and Autobots. Alpha Trion tells Prime he needs to preserve the key at all costs, and Prime is confused by this, but it's kinda hard to argue with God's will after all. While the animation is left to be desired, I gotta admit we do get some pretty fun action sequence in the Rebirth, but sometimes that's really just all it is. The Decepticons steal the key, but Brainstorm manages to run a scan on Nightstick before the Decepticons run off. Using the scans gives Spike an idea for the Nebulon sharpshooters to also become target masters, and Optimus Prime arrives, and honestly, I'd be more confused than ever before.
Optimus Prime, I want you to meet some friends of mine. I don't see anybody. We are the Target Masters.
And we're all headmasters now, Prime. Watch!
Yeah, the movie totally killed Transformers.
Just as the Autobots claim victory from getting the key back, Zarok, the Hive leader, unveils his work of art.
You are wrong.
Zarok did it!
My God, what's that?
This is my work of art. It's finally completed. This is the Scorpion.
Was it now, guys? Like 99 transitions. How many shots you had? Are you still standing?
We made it. Episode 98, The Rebirth Part 3. the battle for the key to the plasma energy chamber comes to an end, as well as the conclusion of the American continuity of the Transformers. So we have a new Decepticon threat controlled by the Nebulons, Scorponok. Whereas the same as Six Shot is the absolute definition of wasted potential. He's nothing more than a controlled machine operated by Lord Zarek, whereas in Headmasters, that completely ignored the Rebirth events, has his own unique origin story, but unfortunately, in the Rebirth, this is all we get. Okay, so with the Rebirth being extremely fast-paced, I'm just going to kind of skim over some plot details because, well, if they're not going to care about pacing, then I'm not either. Okay, so Scorponok kidnaps RC and Daniel by eating them, and then you've got Spike who wants to stay on the planet so he can talk to Cerebros on joining the Headmasters, and Optimus doesn't like that, he's worried, so he has a little mini mind fit. And then Cerebros wakes up and he asks him to join the Headmasters, and he's like, no. He's like, well, my son's in danger, and he's like, okay, whatever, showing a real lack of care. And it's like, seriously, this is the last episode of Transformers, and we're going to focus on this wannabe beachcomber pacifist?
Very well.
Galvatron finds out about the Decepticons now becoming Headmasters, and you know what? This whole episode, this is probably the funniest moment, just Galvatron being so disgusted by the idea.
You've all got some explaining to do. Are you out of your minds? You call yourselves Decepticons? Allowing these filthy organic beings to cohabitate your bodies? I'm going to blow those creepy creatures clear out of you!
Galvatron forgets about this though because Zarek has the key to the plasma energy chamber, so he's like, okay, fine. So Lord Zarek tortures Daniel, so RC gives up the key, and they seem to heavily imply a love romantic connection between Daniel and RC. And I can't help but feel a bit creeped out by it. I mean, this boy must be like, what, 14?
You know, I would have been okay with it if it was like a sibling dynamic sort of thing, but the idea of them leaning into it being romantic is just extremely uncomfortable.
RC, I just want to say, RC,
You don't have to, Daniel. I feel the same way too.
Our kid's therapist is going to make a fortune. Okay, so Cybertron is missing, and this is because Galvatron has installed engines on Cybertron for it to travel throughout space. Galvatron reveals his plan is to activate the plasma energy chamber and let energy spread out and cause the sun to nova, destroying both Earth and Cybertron. And even the Decepticons are like, what?
At last! The key to the plasma energy chamber!
You're not going to open that thing?
Of course I am, idiot!
On Nebulos, Spike and Cerebros locate the Hive City, and they begin using old robot machines to modify the city to create this giant transforming robot city, Fortress Maximus. It's just like Trypticon all over again. How did they find the time? It's just like, what, a box of scraps? It's just... The pacing is incredible. I swear to God, Spike has got to be one of the most genius human beings to ever exist. Anyway, just as the Autobots on Cybertron walk straight into a trap, Spike comes to the rescue, and we get an all-out brawl between Fortress Maximus and Scorponok. Oh, Cerebros is also the head of Fortress Maximus, so they're duking it out. So Spike puts his son first before saving the universe, and, well, you know what happens. The Decepticons get defeated, Spike comes up with a plan that saves the day, leading to the revitalization of Cybertron, and... Okay, there's no point debunking the science of how he did it, he just pressed a button, okay? Despite saving the day, Cerebros begs Spike to deactivate him, and honestly, I can't blame the dude at this point. But he sees that Cybertron has now entered a new golden age, the Autobots are happy, and you know, I actually kind of love that Spike saved the day in the last episode, you know, after being rescued in the first episode. It's kind of a good tribute to that. Now I gotta say, the series ending is really bad. It ends on such a cliffhanger note. As a kid, I assumed there was always more episodes after this. It just teases you with potential storylines that could be told. It sets up the Headmasters and Target Masters staying on Nebulon, and we have Galvatron with Lord Zarok declaring that he will return to conquer more planets.
And I will rule the galaxy!
Who will rule the galaxy?
Me! It is my destiny!
We shall see, Galvatron. We shall see.
I can just imagine kids waiting for years for Galvatron's revenge to occur, but not realizing that that was the last episode of the entire series. But at this point, let's face it, the Transformers exhausted themselves and Hasbro gave up. Unlike in Japan, however, where they got the Headmaster series, and then the sequel series, the Victory, etc., that would still be alive over in that country, but unfortunately with America, they just kind of gave us a half-assed three-parter with an unsatisfying ending. And it kind of leaves a massive hole in my heart that that's it for the American continuity. Like, damn, it ended just like that. That's why I like to just forget about it, relax, and just imagine Season 3 as the definitive end. But Season 4 will always be like a giant lump on the back of my head. I know it's there, and I can't get rid of it. I guess you could look at Season 4 as kind of like a repetitive loop that the Transformers will constantly go through, like it still goes through today. Like, the story ends with the Decepticons still at large, but it's just going to start up again, and it's just going to repeat. So in a way, sadly, it is kind of a good metaphor for the future. And I'm not going to rank my personal favourite episode from Season 4 because there's only 3, and it doesn't matter what order the parts are in, I feel the same about all 3 of them. The pacing is bad, the dialogue is uninspiring, the action, the animation, it's all flat. And there we have it, that's where the story ends, with the Decepticons still at large, and the Autobots in control of a revitalised Cybertron. Okay, with that now done, it's time to rank every episode, from worst to best. I'm gonna need some help though.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Optimus!
Well done, Cam. Like I said, you've got the touch.
Thanks, Prime. It was way harder than I thought it was going to be. But I got there in the end.
Wait, Cam. Wasn't there a Season 5? I could have sworn.
Nah, Prime. Season 5 was just recycled old episodes of you talking to some kid named Tommy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I wonder what happened to Tommy.
Listen, Prime, I'd love to chat, but I gotta rank every episode now from worst to best. I'll be right back, though. Wish me luck!
As I believe the Earthlings say, lay it on me, man.
98, Carnage in C minor. 97, Bot. 96, Thief in the Night. 95, Forever is a Long Time Coming. 94, City of Steel. 93, Day of the Machines. 92, The Quintesson Journal. 91, The Big Broadcast of 2006. 90, The Core. 89, Aerial Assault. 88, Countdown to Extinction. 87, The God Gambit. 86, Quest for Survival. 85, Dinobot Island Part 2. 84, Atlantis Arise. 83, Surprise Party. 82, Madame's Paradise. 81, The Gambler. 80, The Face of Najika. 79, Prime Target. 78, Autobot. 77, Only Human. 76, Nightmare Planet. 75, The Rebirth Part 3. 74, The Rebirth Part 2. And 73, The Rebirth Part 1. 72, Sea Change. 71, Blasters Blues. 70, Five Faces of Darkness Part 3. 69, Five Faces of Darkness Part 4. 68, Five Faces of Darkness Part 2. 67, Five Faces of Darkness Part 5. 66, Five Faces of Darkness Part 1. 65, The Dweller in the Depths. 64, The Ultimate Doom Part 1. 63, The Ultimate Doom Part 2. 62, The Autobot Run. 61, Fire on the Mountain. 60, Roll for It. 59, Money is Everything. 58, The Ultimate Weapon. 57, The Ultimate Doom Part 3. 56, Megatron's Master Plan Part 1. 55, Grimlock's New Brain. 54, Changing Gears. 53, Autobot Spike. 52, A Plague of Insecticons. 51, Chaos. 50, Kremzeek. 49, Child's Play. 48, Divide and Conquer. 47, Call of the Primitives. 46, The Girl Who Loved Powerglide. 45, Traitor. 44, Transport to Oblivion. 43, Masquerade. 42, Dinobot Island Part 1. 41, Cosmic Rust. 40, Megatron's Master Plan Part 2. 39, Desertion of the Dinobots Part 1. 38, Trans-Europe Express. 37, Desertion of the Dinobots Part 2. 36, Fight or Flee. 35, More Than Meets the Eye Part 3. 34, Auto Berserk. 33, Heavy Metal War. 32, Attack of the Autobots. 31, The Key to Vector Sigma Part 1. 30, The Key to Vector Sigma Part 2. 29, The Secret of Omega Supreme. 28, The Return of Optimus Prime Part 1. 27, The Insecticon Syndrome. 26, More Than Meets the Eye Part 2. 25, The Burden Hardest to Bear. 24, SOS Dinobots. 23, The Immobilizer. 22, The Master Builders. 21, Ghost in the Machine. 20, A Decepticon Raider in King Arthur's Court. 19, The Killing Jar. 18, The Search for Alpha Trion. 17, The Revenge of Bruticus. 16, Web World. 15, Make Tracks. 14, War of the Dinobots. 13, Dark Awakening. 12, The Return of Optimus Prime Part 2. 11, Starscream's Brigade. 10, Hoist Goes Hollywood. 9, Enter the Nightbird. 8, A Prime Problem. 7, Triple Takeover. 6, More Than Meets the Eye Part 1. 5, Starscream's Ghost. 4, Microbots. 3, War Dawn. 2, Fire in the Sky. And finally, number 1, my favourite episode of all time, is of course, The Golden Lagoon. Alright Prime, I've got to ask, what's your personal favourite episode?
That's a tough one, Cam. But I do enjoy the episode where I am ballin'.
I bet you was a real player in your prime.
I see what you did there. I know it's not an episode, but I really enjoy the movie.
But Prime, you die.
Yep, exactly. I wish I stayed dead. Look, having to deal with Megatron for stellar cycles, becoming a zombie, having to listen to Blaster's music, you'd wish for an early retirement.
Huh, Prime, I guess I never really thought of it like that before.
Being dead is a bliss, Cam.
Oh yeah, Prime, I almost forgot. I need to give you back the Matrix.
You can keep it, Cam. You've earned it.
Wow, really?
No, give me back that Matrix immediately. Let's go, Cam. I'm going to take you on an adventure. Plus, I've got to go find Tommy. I think I left him on a planet somewhere. Boy, I sure hope he isn't dead.
So there you have it guys, every Generation 1 episode ranked from worst to best. Thank you for following me on this journey. It's been really fun and it's been a lot of hard work. So if you haven't already and you like this video, which I assume you did because you watched 7 hours or so of it, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell for more videos just like this. Once again, thank you to everyone who collaborated in this video. It means a great deal to me. And yeah, until the next video, well, actually, I'm going to go to sleep for a long time. I think I might just hide in a cave somewhere. Anyway, this has been Comodin Cam. And until next time, goodbye. No one tell Prime.